New podcast.
Yes. So I'm scrolling to a section that I need to get to.
Bowdisciples podcast episode. We got a big one today. Just me and Brianna on, but I will say we've done a lot of podcasts lately. We got some super cool ones coming out after this. All of the next 3 will all have guests, and I'm excited for all of them to come out. I think they're all really good, really different, and exciting for people to hear. So, pod is ripping. Content is ripping. There's going to be twice-a-week uploads returning for probably the next 6 weeks at least. So that's exciting. I've been absolutely hammering out the contents in this little stint at home. So that's been fun. Done a couple of 3D shoots. Did Balboa. Did Alpine. Exciting stuff.
Yes.
Exciting stuff. So this Sunday, got a video I'm very excited to come out testing this Archery SOS that we already filmed with the Mantis. I'm very excited for that to come out. I think it's really informative, really good. And the day this comes out, really cool shoot-off on the main channel against my buddy Taylor playing our golf game. So, a lot of good stuff coming out. Bowdisciples.com, get the games right now. It's the end of summer, right before hunting season.
And they're a good game to take to camp.
Oh, for sure,
for hunting. Like, because so many people just throw a block out, and once hunting season starts, sometimes the practice ends. And, you're so focused on taking your nap in the middle of the day and eating your lunch and whatnot. And, there's so much time in the middle of the day, usually between morning and afternoon sits or stalks or whatever you do, that it's so easy to just take 30 minutes and get down and still shoot. Keep yourself fresh. Keep your arm working, really. You don't want to forget what that draw cycle feels like, especially when you're full of, anxiety and pressure. You just throw the game on the target, and it's relaxing almost. You're not like, oh, I got to make this shot perfect, so this is what it would be like on the deer or the elk or whatever. Just take your mind off of the hunt and play a game.
I think that the baseball and golf games in particular are perfect for hunting camp, especially if you're with a buddy, because the golf game in particular and baseball, me and Chuck just played a bunch in the backyard and Taylor, and you, even at 20 yards, you have to be so focused because those spots they're like the size of, slightly bigger than an X ring or a 10 ring. So they're very small, and it makes you aim intentionally rather than just putting it in the center of a dot this big and shooting. You're aiming here, and you want to hit the center of there.
Yeah.
So, I love the games, and I agree with you. I think for
hunting. Good word, intentional.
Yeah.
You're still intentionally shooting and aiming. You're not just that's a good hunting shot.
Yeah, because you want to score. You want to beat your course record on golf or what have you. And that's the cool part about the games too. Other than baseball is a bit of a one-use game because you're hammering home plate so many times. But the Pong and the golf game definitely multi-use. You can use the same golf sheet a bunch of times. So yeah, pick them up before hunting season. That's a good tip right there. But today we're going to talk a little bit, not too in depth. I don't want to spend the whole episode on it, but there was a recent post put out by a company called Truth Archery, a new archery company. And they said they received a cease and desist from Bowtech for Bowtech, essentially telling them, hey, stop using this technology to move your cam back and forth. Because they believe it's proprietary to their patent. We have seen this once before with a company called Athens, and, they ended up shutting down. So Athens is no longer a company. Now, here's where I just don't understand people, right? Because Bowtech had Matthews hit him for a lawsuit, I think maybe in 2020-ish.
I've been down the rabbit hole this morning. Started in 2017, they received the lawsuit. It was resolved in a confidential resolution in 2020.
Okay, so that happened, and you go read the comments, the public sentiment, and everybody is praising Matthews for defending their patent.
Believe me, it's all over the
Now, here's what I don't understand, is Bowtech only gets negative comments for protecting their patent. Now, as an entrepreneur, in my opinion, if you're going to drop all the money and the time and energy on a patent, why wouldn't you protect it? That seems so stupid to me. Now, people will say, oh, well, they should license out their patent like Darton does. Okay, well, that's great, but does Matthews lease out their bridge lock patent? I don't hear anyone say, oh, they should, So I just don't understand why it's rules for thee and not for me. Like, why is Bowtech the bad guy no matter what? Because you look at that cam system, bro, it's the same as Deadlock. Let's just be realistic. It's the same thing. Very, very close. It's not different enough to be like, oh, it's not the same system. And I know I sound like a Bowtech defender here, but I would say the same thing regardless. I think Matthews was just fine to defend their patent. I'm not a Matthews guy, but I think they were within their right to do that. And I definitely think Bowtech is within their right to do the same thing.
So I think it's in an uproar because if you do the research, this is not the first time that this system has rolled out. It didn't just roll out on the Truth. So it's called KSET. It stands for this dude's name, Kevin something. Something technology. Easy technology or something. But it's called KSET. And this dude is not only involved in the Truth now, Truth Bow, but he is involved with Martin and Obsession. So KSET rolled out on Martin and Obsession first a few years ago. So it's been around for a couple years now. So I think the uproar has a little bit to do with why Bowtech did you wait so long? Why all of a sudden on this bow? Are you just threatened by this company? Like this could actually take your market share. But somebody left a very good comment in these cesspools of keyboard warriors, aka the
forums.
Yeah.
I don't like forums.
Oh God, just reading through them is what when you were talking about the people who like, why did everybody praise Matthews for this? It's right now, same thing. Like there's like maybe 2 comments in one of these major forums on like, why are you hating on Bowtech to protect something that they invested their time, money, and technology in creating?
Yeah.
And I think everybody inside doesn't want to admit Bowtech created something that is, and Josh said it in that video I watched early this morning when he reviews the Truth. He wishes that they would license it out, the Deadlock technology, because it's the preferred method to tight tuning your system.
I don't even think it's debatable that I know other companies have come out with their own systems to kind of accomplish the same thing.
But it's not as good.
No, the Deadlock is known as the best. Now, what I would be curious to know, okay, I didn't know this about the KSET, right? So it's kind of a fun dynamic. I've never claimed to be like the techie, super knowledgeable guy. I know how all these systems work, but I didn't know about KSET. I'm not tracking what Martin and Obsession are doing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
My question would be, what is the difference between what Athens used and what Martin, Obsession, and Truth are using? Because that would really be the question.
It's a good question. So take this not for gospel, because like...
It's from a forum.
With keyboard warriors. Yeah. But this is supposedly a quote that doesn't really make much sense because, keyboard warriors, they type so much on the keyboard, but yet somehow they can't type correctly. Yeah. I don't know. This is supposedly from one of the owners of Truth. And if you dive down the rabbit hole enough, i.e. all you got to do is watch one YouTube video from our friend Scotty, and he tells you who the true owner of Truth is. It's not this Kevin dude. He's just involved in the development of the bows, which is why the bow looks so similar to the Martin and Obsession. His name is something Quacka. They call him the Pigman. Okay. Apparently he was really big.
Pigman's a big YouTube guy, yeah.
For shooting like automatic rifles at pigs from helicopters or something.
You wanted to do that, and maybe you still will.
I know.
Maybe Pigman will reach out and you can go do...
I would rather do it from a bow, like with a harness on, like leaning out of the helicopter.
Martha.
Wouldn't that be
your
crazy?
You know how much your arrow would get pushed by the downforce of the...
Yeah, that's why probably people can't or don't
Chris
do
Pete
it.
did do it with a bow years ago.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you aim down enough, like straight down.
Okay.
But anyway, side note.
Let's try to not get canceled, so be careful whatever you say here.
Nope, it's nothing crazy.
Everything here is all allegedly, by the way, because neither of us are lawyers. We're just speaking as regular, humble
And
talkers.
I am just reading off of a forum. If you'd like to, go to archerytalk.com, and you can find this forum and read it for yourself. So supposedly, the owner said to this man... the Athens deal was doomed from the start. I told them the day I saw how their system worked, the patent claim number, and the drawings in the Bowtech patent that covered what they had. So essentially, I'm not sure, but from what he's saying, it moved the same way. They didn't understand patents. There is no change in it. 10% and you're good. There is no change. There's no change at 10%. See, this is what, you got to read the sentence correctly. There is no change at 10% and you're good. A patent covers how something functions. Look how it looks or what it does. Only covers how it does. So, to me, sorry, I hit the mic. He just screamed his own failure. That's all he said. But if you take a look, so I have dived down the rabbit hole again. I went to their website and I pulled up a picture of their cam. Take a look at that. Does it look any different?
I mean, it looks the same.
And when you watch the YouTubes of Scotty or of Josh cracking that system and moving it. Now there's a little discrepancy because Scotty says he thinks it looks like it moves the limbs. Josh says he thinks it looks like it moves the cam. So here's the question: does it move the limb or the cam? But based on that spiral, I can't remember what you call that, but that threads, the thread would be shifting the cam. And the way you function a deadlock, there's no, like he says, there's no make it 10% how it looks different, functionality. You can't make it 10% different and let your patent's not going to get approved. It has to function different. There's no broad, anything. So you come from the side, you turn it, and in deadlock, the cam moves left or the cam moves right. You come from the side on a truth, you turn it, and the threads move it left or the threads move the cam right. Functionality-wise, how is it different?
Well, my question would be, even if Scotty was right, friend of the show, I know Scotty and I know Josh. So let's just, for fun, say that Scotty is right and Josh is wrong.
Let's play devil's advocate.
And it moves the limb. Doesn't Matthews probably have a patent on that for their new system?
I'm sure, because Matthews doesn't roll stuff out before the patent's approved.
So my point would be, even if it was moving the limb, wouldn't then you be biting off Matthews' apple? Mm-hmm. So I don't understand it. But if Matthews were to sue them, then they would be just fine. People would love it.
Yeah. So one of the big comments
that's the main thing I don't get is why is Bowtech the bad guy? I don't understand that. That's the part that I just don't understand as a business person. Why? It's such a simple question. Why do people cheer when Hoyt or Matthews protect their patent, but when Bowtech does, they're like Satan and the worst thing ever?
Maybe someone can drop their
drop a comment because I just don't get it. That doesn't make sense.
I don't either. And one of the thread persons say, because someone brings up why didn't they sue or whatever. Granted, again, everybody keeps saying lawsuit pending. A cease and desist does not mean lawsuit pending. It just means stop what you're doing, or we will, or we could, or we would. We're letting you know we know that you're doing this, and we don't like it because this we think is infringing on our patent. Now, there could be one pending now. Who knows? Maybe someone has an inside scoop with Bowtech and heard, the lawsuit is now officially pending. But in the threads going to what you're saying about like why is everybody harping on Bowtech, they're like, why didn't they sue Martin or Obsession when K-Set was used on the bow or whatnot? They're just threatened by Truth because they're actually going to take their market share. Well, no, think about it. Bowtech sat idle and watched as it came out on the Martin, it came out on the Obsession, and said, okay, these are smaller companies, like, look. Then Athens did it. It said, okay, that's enough. So should it be surprising news that after they saw Athens do it, and now another company tries? So this would be the fourth in a row trying to do this. Why is everybody in an uproar saying, oh, Bowtech's just suing everybody, why do they get to just protect their patents so much? How many more companies can try to steal their patent before they just sit there and with their thumbs up their butt?
Well, and this is all allegedly too. I haven't talked to any higher ups at any of these places, so we're literally
spitballing here.
We're speaking of public information, posts we've seen on the internet, shit we've seen in this forum. The other thing that's interesting, I think, to consider here is that every company that has used, or you could say potentially ripped off Deadlock, Martin, Obsession, Athens, Truth, all of those companies are like really small archery companies, right? Do you think there's probably a reason why a big company like a PSE or a Bear or a Hoyt or a Matthews or a Darton, you think there's probably a reason why one of them haven't tried to use it? It's these small companies that are probably thinking maybe we can get away with it. If it was that easy to skirt around the patent,
then why
Matthews
hasn't
would have
come
their
out
own...
with a system that moves the cam yet?
Exactly.
Why did they go through years of probably technology, research and development, R&D, to come up with a system that moves the limb? Because they steered as far right or as far left as they could from getting sued by Bowtech for infringing on their patent. They're smart. They know that that is not going to work.
And supposedly that system works pretty well, of moving the limb. And what a clever way to kind of accomplish the same thing. Is it as good? Probably not quite, but it's still really good, And then Darton, I believe, has it to where you can put pressure on opposite limbs. So it has like your center bolt for poundage, and then it has bolts on the edge of the limb in the front to where you can change pressure on the limb to somewhat accomplish the same thing. Elite has one where it kind of can rock the cam a little bit. So there are other ways to get around it. But I don't know. I would care less about this if I didn't see such a bias of comments towards Bowtech. And it kind of sucks because, I've shot Bowtech for 20 years now. And obviously, I am on the team, so I'm a little bit biased, of course. But at the same time, just logically, it does not make sense, the backlash they get for stuff like this. And how Bowtech kind of went from, being a cool brand to, the whipping pony boy of the keyboard warriors, I don't get it. I think the bows are really good. The Proven 34 is the best bow I've shot in a long time.
Yeah.
The Reckoning is great. I just don't understand it. And I think that should change. Because I do think Bowtech's a cool brand, and I think they make great stuff. So I just don't understand why they're getting bullied so much. And they're the ones being called a bully. I'm like, no, the bully is the one trying to steal your stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
but because it's the small guy, it's the small bow brand.
I just don't get it.
It's the affordable one for the common man or woman.
Oh, really? The prices are the same on those bows, I think.
No. So this bow comes in, this new Truth comes in at the 33-inch axle to axle. Mm-hmm. Weighs less than my
Virtue.
Okay,
and how much is it?
3.45 pounds, and bare bow is $1,600.
Okay, and I think the Virtue is 19, so it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. So it is a budget price point,
but it also doesn't have a Picatinny. It doesn't have a center mass. It doesn't have time lock, grip lock. Doesn't have all sorts of stuff. Their warranty. I don't know anything about the brand.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just, I don't know.
they're not.
I'm in the
Cerakote,
same boat
probably.
as you that I don't understand why it's pick on Bowtech year for defending something that they've worked hard to put in the money to, because getting a patent is not easy.
Or cheap. I'm sure it costs.
And you say, oh, they've got a bunch of lawyers that do it for them and whatnot. And sure, that is the case. That also costs a boatload of money. So, and the matter of the fact is, you could all be mad. But, like, praise Bowtech for having a patent that everybody is trying to steal. I don't see all these small bow companies coming out stealing bridge lock.
Well, no,
Like, or whatever. Like,
that's a perfect example. Like, if that's the case, no one else has bridge lock. Why is no one saying, "Oh, well, Matthews needs to license it out"? I haven't read one person say that,
because
but I've read a whole
Deadlock
bunch say
is
it.
so important.
Now, here's my thing. Bow brands do share patents a lot and license them out, and that's great. Darton, that's like their whole thing, right? They have tons of them. Patents only last so long. I don't know how long.
I think it's 50 years.
50?
I could be speaking out my ass, but I'm almost certain it's 50 years.
So maybe Bowtech goes, hey, we got something so good that even after 50 years, people will probably still be using this system. Why wouldn't we exclusively use it for some of that time? And then at some point, they probably will license it out. I would just guess. I don't have a crystal ball, but like, I don't know,
If a
man.
company hits like a financial crisis, that's when you could consider things like that. But
I just think it's so goofy. But anyways, this episode is probably going to get a ton of comments, and I don't know. I guess drop below why Bowtech getting all the hate. I don't understand that. I don't think they should. I think it's unwarranted. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
it's just like if somebody like you as the viewer, if somebody walked up to like something you built and started selling, like someone walked up to Ernest with his native straps, or our friend who's now making the Muir Archery single points, and just copied it. Literally copied it and maybe changed the clip that clips to your bino harness.
it's different because it has this clip.
Yeah, functionality overall, they do the same thing. They function the same way. You're just gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'll let them also make it. You'd be pissed.
And you'd protect your patent because both those products you just named, the native strap and the Muir Archery single point, are both patented. So, or pending, patent pending. You're telling me those guys wouldn't have the right to defend themselves? Like if they got ripped off by True Glow or something? Now that would be a tough mountain to climb because it's a much bigger company. But just as an example, like, yeah, you would go defend what you spent your time and money investing in.
Yeah.
And with Bowtech, it's the exact same thing. Just like Matthews and Bridgelock. It's not like random that no other company uses Bridgelock. You really think that's just a random reason that, just nobody's choose to use it? No. It's because it's patented and they don't let other companies use it.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think it all just goes back to like, it kind of makes me chuckle on the inside because all of these people in an uproar, like, why don't they just license it? Like, why are they going after all the little brands? Like, just let them use your extremely expensive patented, design. At the end of the day, everybody's trying to use come up with a form of Deadlock, or literally just stealing the function of Deadlock, because it is the best patent right now. Like, if anybody wants something on their boat, it's that. It's Deadlock. Yeah. It's not Bridgelock. No. It's not, whatever other patent there is out there that these bigger companies like Matthews have. And so Bowtech is being put in the spotlight for having something so good. Well, instead of hating on it, why don't you go shoot a Bowtech?
Yeah, seriously.
Go
get a Bowtech.
Don't just hate on the brand and say, well, I'd rather shoot a Athens or a Truth or a Martin or an Obsession or whatever. Well, just go shoot the bow that came up with the design that you like. They rightfully did the work to create that. So if you like it so much, Go shoot the bow that rightfully owns the patent.
Well, another thing about Bowtech, too, I mean, they have such a diverse line of bows. Like, you could get any type of bow. You want to get a carbon bow that's long axle to axle, you can get that. You want a long carbon bow that's shorter, you can get that. You want a magnesium bow, you can get that. You want a solution that doesn't have time lock or grip lock, but it still has deadlock, and it's a little bit cheaper. You can get the Solution LS. You can get the, Proven 34. You can get the Core SR. You can get the shorter Core SS. Like, there is so much shit. You want a woman-specific bow, you can shoot the Eva 3. You want something cheaper, you can get the Bowtech Amplify. Like, it's such a diverse line that I think if people just went in and truthfully shot all of the different Bowtechs, look at the specs, say this one fits the best for me. For me, that's a Proven 34. Go try the Proven 34, try it in the long cam, try it in the short, depending your draw length, and really give it an honest crack. Don't just say, oh, well, I'm not going to shoot it because a couple people make fun of it. Like, no, give it a try, and I would be surprised if you don't really love whatever the bow is you shoot.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, there might be tons of keyboard warriors in the comments on this video, but I doubt it. I think everything we said is quite logical.
Cowboy.
We're being logical, right? I mean, it is what it is. Like, how are you going to hate on true points to our knowledge? Like I said, we're just using stuff that's public on the internet. I don't have any backstory. You have no backstory. We're just being humble poppers talking about this stuff. And it's interesting, and again, it's all alleged. I don't know we don't know. We're not lawyers. We're just talking about it as a regular, humble popper consumer. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that, or I find interesting that, keyboard warriors jump on and start hating on Bowtech and whatnot. Look. There are bow shops. We've named 2. Ones they have years of experience, knowledge, expertise, knowledge. And at first glance of picking up the bow, you say, I don't know how they're going to get away with this. I mean, like...
Well, and Josh said the same thing when he did the Athens video years ago.
Yep.
He picked it up, and I remember watching it. He goes... Yeah, I'm not sure how they're getting away with this, but they apparently think they are going to, and then a little bit later they were gone.
That's all I'm saying, is that when people with the expertise and knowledge can pick it up and on first glance, they're not patent experts.
No.
And they
but
know...
But he's a bow expert.
He is a bow expert, and he knows the functionality
for sure
of the equipment within the bow.
Yep.
And if you can pick it up and immediately... use that piece of equipment and say, I don't know how they're getting away with this. And look, I mean, he called it from the time he made that video till now, what a couple months or something. And
no, this came out 8 days ago.
Oh, 8 days ago. Yeah. And boom, there's a cease and assist. And
did you say cease and assist?
Cease and desist.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, I agree with you here. Not just being biased. Man, my language is going out the window. Biased to Bowtech. My name's not on the contract, I think it's a little unfair or righteous of people to hate on Bowtech because they've recently, over the past year, been put in the spotlight between the Athens thing and now this, for being like patent protectors. Well, good for you. If someone just came up and said, I want your car, and just took it, would you be pissed? Yeah, just took your car right out of your driveway and said, but I've been paying for that. Yeah. I put the down payment on that. Like, I've spent money on that car. And they're like, well, I want it now. And they just took your car. Now you have no car.
Well, it's sort of like, it's literally, the backlash is so interesting. It really is when, like, the rules for me, thee, and not for me. That's what it is. It's like deciding which laws you think should be around and which ones you don't think should. It's so stupid. It's like, it would be like, oh, well, the speed limit's 55, but I think it should be 70, so I'm going to go 70. That's like, you're just deciding what rules you think should matter, but the rules are still the rules. It's still a patent, bro. Like, I don't know. And maybe Bowtech's wrong, and it is different. And if that's the case, fine. But you gotta let it
worked out with time.
But you gotta let it play out. You know what I mean? Like, the system, look at that picture. It looks the exact same. So if you're in Bowtech shoes, you go, okay, we looked at it. We know our patent. We think this violates it. Please stop using it. And then it's up to them what they want to do next. Truth can go, well, we don't care. We think we're going to win. Keep selling bows, and then you get a lawsuit, and then you really find out who's right.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. And that'll only time will tell, and I'll keep up with watching the keyboard war. Not really. I'm just going to keep up with, following if a lawsuit does then
this is a
transpire
fiery
from this.
This one's going to get some engagement.
Yeah.
I do want to say, with that being said, sponsors of today's video, it's got to be Bowtech Archery. Bowtech Archery, sponsor of today's pod, and podiumarcher.com, whose video we watched to research for this. Code teambd saves 10%, almost store-wide, so go use that. They sell all sorts of archery products. They ship fast, good prices, free shipping, $99 and up. So yeah, teambd, podiumarcher.com, bowtecharchery.com. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired of Bowtech being in this like hated space. And it's a relatively new thing. Like that wasn't the case until pretty recent. I hope
they're just the one who keeps getting their patent stolen.
I hope soon we get kind of like a renaissance or like a reset. And I mean, I'm going to do my best to promote good bows. Just like, I mean, I post archery content literally every single day, year around. And all of it I'm shooting a Bowtech. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to shoot them. I don't care what it is. Like, I'm not shooting something that I think's ass. And obviously that's true because I've shot the bows for 20 years. It's a long time. I didn't shoot them for 20 years. 19 of them as a normal paying customer because they were trash. You know what I'm saying? I shot them because I really liked them, and then I signed on with them because I think they're a great brand and I want to be a part of helping grow the ship. You know, so I don't know. It is what it is. In other news, we're working on some top secret things that I can't talk about. I can just say we're working on something really, really cool. And we are selling boning vanes now. Bow Disciples boning vanes with the logo on the side. We actually have some new ones coming in as well. So we'll have another version on the site in probably about a week. What do you think of the vanes? We got the Atlas vanes. We have
alphas.
The alphas, sorry. We got the alpha vanes and the blazers.
Yep. Tried and true.
And then we have white, yellow, and pink. Mm-hmm. And I'm freaking excited. I think on your bow, you're going to be running the alphas. And I'll probably just keep running the blazers. That way we have a little bit of a mix.
Yeah.
I
haven't decided on my color coordination yet.
For Ted, I'm probably going to get Ted set up with the alphas as well for his big elk hunt and be a little quieter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff happening. Check out the website, bowdisciples.com. We're really growing it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the website for you, so go check that out. And we got some hunts coming up. I don't, but I do have hunts where I'm going to be helping and, of course, filming, which I love. You got a deer hunt coming up. I know you're excited about. You're comfortable with the bow now. You got her dialed in. Your whole setup's dialed, for that hunt. And then when you get back, I know you're going to do some tweaking with arrows, as we talked about up at Victory for Tech Tuesdays. Or is that what it's called, Tech Tuesdays?
I think so.
So yeah, a lot of fun stuff in the pipe. And then, of course, Ted's elk hunt's going to be some bitchin' content as well. Just a lot happening. It's been a good year. And
flying by.
I know, it really is flying by. And I just got to say,
it's gonna be January.
It's been fun because it's August right now, and we've been home since... When did we get back from the last trip?
You got home well, you were home for one evening and then went to Mexico. So you were in Mexico the 14th through the 18th. So you've been home since July 19th.
So we've been home since the 19th.
That's not true, because then we disappeared up to hunt blacktail for a week or something.
So we've been back since really the end of July, early August. So anyway, we've been back about, let's call it 2 weeks. And we really did take a proper, probably like week off of really basically just doing orders, doing short form content, filming the house series. We should talk about the house series.
Yeah.
So that was super, super fun. And I obviously got the idea from Bryson DeChambeau, legend, golf content, where he did the same thing. He had to hit a hole-in-one over his house. I think he did it day 14, but that's obviously much harder than shooting target. Even though 246 is
still
very
friggin' impressive to do.
Yeah, thank you.
A hole-in-one in. Oh, I was about to comment on his day 14.
Oh, it's very
welcome.
impressive. Both are impressive. Yeah.
Yes, both are impressive.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought that was a lot of fun. It was actually really interesting to read the comments because people were very engaged in that series.
Yeah.
They really
well, and that made you think of another one, which I will not say.
Yeah, you can't say it.
So you can do it in the future.
Those will be rolling out soon. Next part will be rolling out soon. So, I don't know. Anything else you want to touch on in this particular podcast?
No, I mean, we are excited. We get to go up today and a whole bunch of Badlands gear. It's like Christmas when we get up there today. Yes. So I mean, those videos never perform as well as like a Bowtech, what we can do? Technology like gear review does.
I thought about this. I don't know why I never thought about this. Just do shorts on those.
Yeah, yep.
Rather than a full video, just do, because shorts can be 3 minutes now.
Yeah.
So you could do like a 3-minute short talking through the gear, and that way it's not funking with your algorithm for the videos.
Lightweight, hot weather short, cold weather specific item, whatever.
What I'm really excited about too is that Teddy doesn't even know, but I got him a ton of gear.
Well, I did tell Connie.
Oh, you did?
But I told her not to tell him.
Oh,
she hasn't, because it's going to be a surprise. And he loves getting like hunting stuff or bow stuff or arrows or whatnot. So anyway, I do think my video would be funny though if we tease him with giving it to him, but then tell him like he's got to make a certain shot for every piece of gear, and each time we give him a piece of gear.
It could be kind of fun. But anyway, so we got him a bunch of gear. Brianna got new gear. I got gear just to make sure we're really dialed for this next month and a half. But
between cold weather, hot weather.
One thing I want to say is, I'm telling you, that is the best value code that we could offer. It is 20% off.
Yeah,
20%.
And hunting clothes, though Badlands is good quality prices. Like any hunting gear's like somewhat steep.
It's all steep.
But when like you can go to one site and it's friggin' $300 for a pair of pants, I'm like, I'm out.
I will say too that Badlands. So not only do you get 20% off when you use code teambd, badlandsgear.com, but they also have the most robust warranty out of any of the camo brands.
It's the best part about the brand.
So their warranty is very similar to what Vortex has, where you could send Vortex. They have that picture where it's like a muddy just mess of parts, and they send it back, and then Vortex sent a new pair. It's the same at Badlands. So I mean, you could have a backpack for 10 years, and then you tear, it breaks.
A lifetime warranty.
Unconditional
There's no ifs,
lifetime
ands,
warranty.
or buts about it. It is a lifetime warranty.
Yep.
So if after a year that shirt is, beatered and you go across a bush and it finally tears in a seam, all you got to do is you go to the website, you go to the warranty section. They're going to walk you through it step by step. It's so simple. It sounds like an ad right now, but literally, like, what other companies, when you're paying $150 for a t-shirt, but it's a lifetime t-shirt. You could get that t-shirt over and over again. All you got to do is pay one-time purchase of the shirt for $150. And then you put a piece of tape on the area of the item, backpack. Like, Ted sent back a backpack where the clip fell off or whatever, or broke or something. All you do is stick some blue tape on there to show where it's damaged. And 9 times out of 10, they're just going to send you a brand new product. I have not seen where Ted has received back like a fix of the same product, so you could still see it had wear and tear or something like that. It was his. They just send you a new one. Now, can they fix it? Yes, that's part of the lifetime warranty. But you either are going to get it fixed or you're going to get a brand new one back. And to save that much money when hunting is so expensive, like when you think about the fact that tags are going up in states, licenses are going up in states.
Well, plus 20% is just a lot. Every time I hear the amount, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. So if you buy a $100 item, you're only paying $80 when you use code teambd.
A lot of veterans discounts, or what do they call them? Brittany was just talking about this.
First responder.
First responder discounts aren't even that high.
I know, it's a lot. So anyway, definitely use that code. I've been loving my fanny pack. I've been using it.
You do.
I've been using it at every single shoot. At first, I thought it was too big. Now I don't think so. It fits really well. It's very comfortable. I can fit 3 waters in there, or a camera. I can fit all kinds of stuff. So I've really been liking the fanny pack bino harness combo for 3D shoots.
And then you said this is your favorite backpack. And we've tried quite a few different brands of backpacks.
Yeah. So I don't even know the model I have, but I have one. It's a very simple day pack, which is what I traditionally like as day packs. And the one I have, I really like. I mean, so I've had Tenzing, I've had Eberly stock, the Team Elk pack. The Tenzing, I think I had like the TZ 2200, and then I now have the Badlands. I wish I knew the model, but I always really liked my Tenzing pack and was like, dude, that's my favorite pack. Mm-hmm. Then I got the Eberly stock, and it was fine, but I definitely liked my Tenzing better. Then I got this Badlands pack. And at first, I thought it would maybe be a little too simplistic for me. It was pretty simple. But it does have things you can add. I just didn't really add any. So I was running it pretty raw dog, other than the side pockets.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, it fits really good. It's a good size, but you can also fit a lot in it. It's got enough nooks and crannies, because I like to have a special spot to put like tags and licenses. So it's got that. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. So I'm actually, we'll see. I think I'm getting a backpacking one as well, like for like tent camping. So I'll give that a try as well. I normally don't hunt that way, usually. Yeah,
but I mean, with Ted's hunt, like we said, there is a potential that you guys will need to, got to figure out the tent situation though.
Yeah, we can do that.
But granted, you could always, if it's not buggy, literally just a tarp and a string. Mm-hmm. For dew. But you guys may end up needing to hike out a few miles, and like every couple days, if I got to bring in water or whatever and hike back out, if that's what's going to be best for getting to the elk you guys spot or whatnot, that backpack's going to come in pretty darn clutch for that.
Yeah. So, I mean, but yeah, I'm excited. We're going to go up there today to my parents, film a few things. A lot of great content coming out. I mean, we've done a lot of content this year. So be sure, if you happen to be just a podcast listener, which is, definitely possible, head over to the regular Bow Disciples channel, check it out. We have so much cool stuff coming out. Not only a bunch of hunts this year that have been posted, more to come, but a lot of fun shooting. Right now, we got a lot of more educational stuff coming out, which is really good.
But I think that's great. It's stuff we don't do often, but we do it in more of, it's still fun and relaxed. The everyday person. You don't gotta really dive down the rabbit hole. If what works for you, you can still do it at home. You don't gotta dive down the rabbit hole like we're about to with arrows, and get this in depth. But I think it is fun to do. It's stuff we haven't done, so I think it's going to be very interesting. I think this broadhead test is going to be interesting.
I'm excited for the broadhead test.
I'm excited to shoot the gelatin.
Well, how many times have you seen a broadhead? I'm sure they exist, if you were to look on YouTube, but it's probably not too often that someone does it with short draw light poundage. So that'll be.
And again, might not perform great because that's not many.
No,
shooters,
it will.
But
that'll perform great.
Yeah,
that'll do great. But the video that I'm most excited for people to see is actually the SOS video, because even editing that sucker, I'm like, dude, it's not like, a lot of times when you test an archery product, it's subjective, I feel it's better, blah, blah, blah. This is you can see the data, and it is, I won't say which direction, but it's very clear whether the product works or not. It's not like, I think it might work. It's like, no, you look at it, look at the data, it works. You know
and
what I'm saying?
tested that, like, I thought of that when we were shooting with Joey, and then we just went out there. I showed up late.
And we had 4 people do it, so you get to see 4 people do it. 4
different variations of shooters. You know, somebody who is, you know, way more twitchy, you know, has a shake, like, Joey. You know, yeah. And then you, who's been shooting for forever and, like, is almost dead still as it is. The evidence is there in all of the shooters, which is what's crazy. And what's crazier to me is that, like, that was, like, on a whim, quick test, throw a Mantis and an SOS on and off each person's bow.
We filmed the whole thing in an hour and a half.
A wind environment.
Yeah, we filmed the whole thing in an hour and a half. So it wasn't like we were fluffing it and taking forever to film each person because we're trying to get the result we want. No, it was literally 2 shots with and without. Track it, boom, next person, because we don't want to be there forever. Everyone was hungry and wanted to go get lollipops.
So it's going to be so crazy to be able to, like, it's really one that I'm most interested to do a follow-up video where we, like, slow down. Yeah. We go indoors.
Yeah, definitely.
And start looking at, like, you know, you can change how much you rotate that SOS.
That's what I like, is changing that pitch.
and I think that's going to really be beneficial for myself to find exactly what I need. But being able to see that each time with the Mantis, I think it's just going to be crazy. And now you're in an you know, controlled environment indoors, and then going back out now once you fine-tuned this piece of equipment. Seeing the results, and then going and shooting, like, in an environment, in short distances, in long distances.
There are some questions I have about the product that I did not say in the video, but maybe in part 2 we could say, is like, I do have a bit of concern just because the wires are relatively frail. Like, if you set your bow down incorrectly, is it going to, like, bend the shit out of those wires? I'm not really sure. So I do want to maybe do, like, a durability test, and I do have a bit of concern it won't maybe be the best. It might be one of those products you got to be kind of cautious how you set your stuff down.
Yeah. When traveling, you may need to get a phone case that is cut out for it.
Right.
Which people do that with their sights.
Now, there may be a way to build like a cage around it or something, or like put it in a bottle or something, so that way it's protected. Like, it could be. I don't know. In the future, it would look goofy, but it could work. I don't know. So it was one of those things that I'm very excited for that video to come out. That'll be out this Sunday. So when you guys are watching this tomorrow on Wednesday, this will be out Sunday. So go check that out. And
look at those thighs.
Thank you. Yeah, big old eggs, big old missiles. But anyways, I think that's about it for this pod. I think it was a really good pod.
We got to go get some gas strings put on.
Yeah, we got to go get some gas System X strings put on my Reckoning 39 Gen 2 and Brianna's Virtue. We're going to get some fresh strings put on and then go up and film content for a bunch of time later this afternoon. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. 5 stars, Apple, Spotify. Subscribe to the Bow Disciples Podcast YouTube. And like I said, teambd, badlandsgear.com. Check out Bowtech, Archery, and podiumarcher.com. teambd. Code saves money. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next Wednesday for another great podcast.
Bye.